Good evening and Merry Christmas. I hope you had a great day today. You enjoyed yourself with your loved ones. We are here at Nice. The bus is already there. Engine is on. So we are going to, what's that place? Grenoble. That's where we are going. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Lefa Reavaya Karengas. As you know, I'm a magician. It's at night, you can't see the bus. It's a beautiful bus, guys. Cool. As you know that I'm a magician. I don't know whether you know. I think you know if you follow my videos. And I specialize with mentalism. If I try to explain myself, I think if you know Darren Brown, yeah, then at least you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. So as you know, and I've already introduced myself to you, this is our bus. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So as you know, I will request that, no, you already have your phones with you. But I want to say today is a very, very different day. As you know, it is Christmas. And we all know the story behind this day. I'm saying the story behind this day because I'm avoiding to say the history of this day. Because once I say the history, I'm not sure what will happen. Maybe the history can say, no. I know nothing about that. So to avoid confusion, I will say the story behind this day. I am making this video because I had a revelation, and this revelation I supposed to convey it to one of the prophets here in my country, well-known prophets. I think is known globally. I had one or some number of American podcasts talking about the content of this guy or of this prophet. So I received the revelation that I must convey to this prophet. But because this revelation is a game changer, I think so. So before I go to him, I decided to make this video and put this revelation here before I go to the prophet. So that's what you must prepare yourself for. happened? Oh my God, sorry. So we are living nice then. Nice is not just a name. That's what I can tell you. Nice is not just a name. Like to say no, it is no. Nice, they were telling the world that this place is nice. It is nice. But now the only thing for me is like, yo, I'm not sure. I didn't see like people of my color. So I'm not sure. But regardless, nice is nice indeed. That is true. So I'm leaving now. I had fun here. I enjoyed myself. Now I'm leaving. But as I'm leaving, I want to say to you, today I am recording a revelation that I have received. And in my spirit is like, this revelation is not for me to handle. I must go give it to the prophet of God, who will handle this. So because of that, that is why I decided to make sure that I record it here in one of my videos. Or at least share it with you, my friend. But it is a game changer. Believe me when I say so. So this revelation, it's about our salvation. It's about our redemption. And the only person, according to this revelation, the only person who will redeem souls is this prophet that I must take this message to. Personally, I wouldn't choose this prophet. I did not regard him as a true prophet of God. No, I did not. No, I did not. Actually, let me say, even now, I do. That is why actually I'm making this video, so that I keep this information here, so that when he shows his colors that I don't know, and then at least I can have control on that situation, because the aim is to redeem souls. The revelation I had, it was about people perishing without them knowing that they are perishing, because they have been fooled and they have been stolen from the day we were born. Almost, I'm not sure, like I found some few people not qualifying according to this revelation. but extremely few, which I'm not sure, maybe I'm still not good at what I saw on this vision. Guys, we cannot go without. We just can't.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
Yeah, thank you. So now I'm saying I will request one thing, that today it's serious and I'm talking to you, and particularly let me not be too confident and do things that I don't think, like, okay, I'm talking to my friends. I know my videos, like, it's people outside my country, but this, what I'm talking about today, I am focusing on my country according to the way I received the revelation. But since I'm talking to you, my friend, outside my country, I think this also will apply. I think actually it applies to everywhere, to all human beings. That's what I think. Just that I don't want to be too confident. That is why I'm saying I'm focusing specifically on South Africa. But if the conditions of these revelations relate to you wherever you are, I will request that you really follow me well, because it is also about you. If you doubt that, please test it, follow through with me, and then you make your decisions after. In essence, I'm trying to say, if you will not follow through about what I'm going to tell you concerning this revelation, I would say, yeah, it is a beautiful view out there. You can enjoy it, but I would advise to switch off the volume, because whatever I'm saying now might be meaningless to you, or even sometimes offensive, because of not getting the full story. And for you to get the full story is to follow through. If I request you to do something, in this Lefa Reavaya, everything we do is calculations. It's numbers. Let me put it. It is numbers. And this revelation is about that. Where in this vision, numbers were emphasized. And I would like to emphasize numbers to you also. Maybe you might think maybe I'm trying to make numbers more important than they are. What you are looking at now on your screen, what you are looking at, it looks like there is something like a bus, there are trucks, there is a road, there are trees, there is snow, lights, there is sky. All that you see, which relates to your real world, it is not real. It's numbers. Whatever you see there is made up of numbers. And the worst part of it, not just numbers mixed, no. Only two numbers, 1 and 0. 1 and 0 makes it possible for me and you to see what you see on the screen. So in short, I'm trying to say it's math. We cannot avoid it. The reality we perceive is created in a form of numbers. It's math. That is why you hear other people saying we are living in a simulation, but I'm not there. I was just trying to motivate that it's not me who's just trying to be unique about numbers. No, I'm trying to be unique by conscientizing you that numbers are more real than what you think is real. Oh my God. Is it true, or I'm trying to act intelligent here? No, honestly, without a joke, numbers are real, or make reality, create reality. That's what numbers do. Like what you're watching, it is true that it's made up of numbers. It's programming. So obviously there is this revelation about numbers that I received, which I want to disclose it today. So now I want to know. So this thing is about the coming of Christ. As today we know, it is his birth, according to the story. So there will be his coming. So this revelation is about particularly the coming of the Almighty. So according to this revelation, as we know from the book of Revelations chapter 13 from verse 12, if I'm not mistaken, is it verse 12? Yes. It speaks of a beast. The Bible speaks of a beast there. I once spoke about that in one of my episodes, where we were decoding who is this beast. And according to the calculations we made, because according to the very same chapter, I think it's chapter 16 or 18, I'm not sure, you read it there, you'll see it. It says, the wise will know how to calculate this number of the beast, because it is a number, it is the name of a man. And then we calculated that number, and then we realized that Lucifer is the beast, because when we decoded that number of the beast, we came up with the name of Lucifer. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can visit my previous videos, and then you'll find a video where I am showing you how to calculate or to decode the number of the beast. Now, in that very same Revelation chapter 13, it talks about there will be people who will receive this mark of the beast, because without this mark of the beast, you will never be able to buy, you will never be able to sell. Actually, you will never be able to do anything until you accept this mark of the beast. So Christians are worried about this time where a person will have to decide whether I take the mark of the beast or I sacrifice my life to death due to hunger or any even illnesses, because you won't even go to hospital without the mark of the beast. According to the believers, it's something that is coming. So this revelation that I supposed to take to this prophet, it's like this prophecy has been fulfilled long time ago. But what worries me, according to the way I received this prophecy, is like the enemy went one step ahead. Remember, we know that there will be time when you will have to choose. It will be a choice, like people when they thought a vaccine is about the number of the beast, and then people, it's like we have a right not to, because you will have to choose to accept the mark of the beast. And then your choice of accepting the mark of the beast, then you are obviously choosing to be condemned to hell with Lucifer himself. So now it's like he knew that many people will not accept his mark, and then sabotaged the situation by making sure that people don't even have a chance to decide whether they accept the mark of the beast or not. So the principalities of this life planned that when every person is born must get the mark of the beast through certificate and ID number. So if you have an identity document, identity number that identifies you as a person, according to this revelation, then you do have the mark of the beast. And an evidence for that is like, you cannot buy without your identity number, without having an identity number. You cannot buy. Maybe you might think, no, I'm going to stores, I buy. No, the word of God, that prophecy was not talking about you buying apples or buying a pack of cigarettes or buying grocery. No, you cannot own a land without an ID. You cannot have or own a house without an ID, meaning you cannot have a home without an ID. You cannot be a family man without an ID, meaning you cannot get married without an ID. You cannot buy a car without an ID. You cannot even do driver's license without an ID number. That's exactly what the prophecy was talking about. Without the mark of the beast, you will not be able to do anything. Anything. You can't even go to hospital. Without an ID number. So according to this revelation, which I am going to show you and prove to you today, according to this, before I'm taking this revelation to the prophet. That is why it is advisable that you watch my videos. And this time I can really say you can even share. Normally I say I request that you subscribe, you like, if you loved what you watched. But today I'm also saying you can share so that we save souls. So without an ID, without the mark of the beast, you cannot do anything. If you're a child, you can't even go to school. You can't even do grade 1 if you do not have the ID number. Now, the other thing that I want you to understand here is that you must notice how the enemy is operating. Even though believers know, we all know that this beast must be Lucifer. We are just speculating until I had a revelation where I can show how to calculate or how to decode this mark of the beast and realize that it is Lucifer. So these principalities, they don't operate according to, actually they are above the system as they control the system. For an example, not for an example, I'm telling you the facts now. Your name or my name, your child's name, whoever, your parents' name, all of us, these names we use are just names for us as we communicate and be able to identify each other, since we use words to give us names. But from the enemy, you can see his name is not in a form of a word. You must decode it if you want the word or the name in words. they are using numbers. The communication is in a form of numbers. As I'm telling you, that numbers create the reality you perceive. So now, when we are born, let me say in my country, and then you will compare it with your country. When we are born, we get certificates with ID numbers. Now, on these ID numbers, that is where the trick is. Because your real name is not the one that you have. Like me, I'm not Lefa. My real name. Yes, I know my real name is Lefa because that's what I grew up knowing. Your real name is the one that you have. That's what we call, for us to call each other and know each other that way. But the principalities know you. Your name is in a form of a number, just like the king of this world. Everyone, your name is in a form of a number, and that number is right there in your ID because it is your ID number. Then your ID number has your name. So in this revelation or in this vision, what I saw is that our IDs here in my country, you will compare it with yours. And I want to emphasize on this one, please participate so that when you get this truth, and then you will be able to share, and then we save souls. So on your ID, the first 6 digits are about your birth. Which year were you born? Which month were you born? And which day? Those are the first 6 digits you have on your ID number. And then after these 6 digits, you will have 4 digits which you don't know what are those digits representing. And I also didn't know what are those 4 digits. I just took it as just an ID number. These are unique numbers, just like registration, and then it's done. It's like that, no big deal. And then after these 4 digits, there are 3 last digits. Since IDs, our ID numbers have 12 digits. So there are these 3 last digits. Is it 12, 13 numbers, right? I think 13, yes. Because it's 6 plus 12 plus 3. Did I say 6 plus 12? 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 3 is 13. So we have 13 digits on our ID numbers. So the first 6 digits are about your birth. And then we have these 4 digits that we know nothing about. And then we have these last 3 digits which are about your gender. If you are a male, for an example, here in my country, you will have 08 and an even number at the end. But if you are a female, it's gonna be 08 and an odd number at the end. For an example, mine is 082. My kids, whoever, like it will be an odd number if you are a female. So meaning the first 6 digits are about your birth, and then the last 3 digits are about your gender. Now, we don't know these 4 digits in between, which is what I am going to reveal today, according to the revelation that I've received, and I suppose to convey this message to the prophet. Now, on the vision, I came to realize that these 4 digits is my name in the principalities of this life. They don't know Lefa. They don't even care about who's Lefa. They don't care. They don't consider that. Not necessarily they don't care. They know we call each other by names, words. But when they talk about me or you, they refer to us in numbers, according to the number that you have there on your ID number. So now, the secret is, according to this revelation, when we are born, the principalities, I'm not sure whether they choose people or all of us. Because according to me so far, testing this revelation, everyone, his name or her name has the mark of the beast. Everyone. I'm talking also to you. I believe it is like that also in your country. As long as you have an identity number, then you have the mark of the beast. Because without the mark of the beast, without the identity number, you cannot buy, you cannot sell. But without a vaccine, you can still buy, you can still sell, you can own properties. So vaccine has nothing to do with anything here. But without an ID number, you cannot buy, you cannot sell, you cannot do anything. And that ID number has the mark of the beast. So I will request that on your ID number, if you don't know your ID number, then you fetch your ID number, you look at it. The first 6 digits, according to my country, I don't know, you will check according to your country how these numbers are arranged. I'm not a traveler, guys. I was born here, I'm forever here. That's how narrow-minded I am. So I'm sharing this revelation from the powers that know better than me. So you will check according to the arrangement of your numbers in your country. If it's different, I don't know. But the revelation is clear that if you have an identity number, then you have the mark of the beast, which I am going to prove it, to test it, me and you. So today you will have to follow our calculations so that you test it on your side, whether you have the mark of the beast or not. So it's like this prophet is the one who's anointed. I'm not sure what's going on, because to be honest with you, if you ask me, no, I don't trust that prophet. Actually, even to say that prophet, it's like I'm joking. But I have to take this revelation to him. So I hope, my friend, you will not go for this journey and then fail to get what might seriously save your soul. Now, I am saying, if you have an identity number, you have the mark of the beast. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what type of a person who can ignore me to go with me and test such a statement that I am saying to you. Oh, guys, what did I do here? What did I do, guys? What did I do?
Sie sollten mehr auf Ihr
Sorry, madam. Skis. So it's at night, guys. I think I needed to get at least a garage so that I can park and concentrate on this is serious. It's unlike these other calculations that we do. They are serious also, but in a playful way. I'm serious this time. This is bigger than me. So now on your calculators, then they're on your calculator app. I'm not sure where am I here. On your calculator app, I think I've arrived. On your calculator app, you will type your ID number. This your name, not your ID number, your name. Your name, if you are from my country, it's 4 digits between your birth information and your gender information. It's 4 digits in between. That is your name. You type your name there. After typing your name or your 4 digits from your ID, the digits that I have explained now, you will add 144. This 144 you are adding is taken, when it was explained to me, is taken from the following chapter, which is Revelations chapter 14, where 144,000 is mentioned there as the members of the kingdom of God in Revelations chapter 14. So this 144 we are adding to your number is derived from the kingdom of God. And then after adding 144, you will multiply you press equals to. By now I think we know, guys. You press equals to, and then you multiply the answer that you have by 27. You multiply the answer that you have now by 27.
Wann kommt der nächste Rastplatz?
And then you press equals to. The answer that you have now, you are going to add plus 162. And then you press equals to, as always. The answer that you have now, you divide it by 27. After dividing by 27 and pressing the equal sign, you are going to subtract your name, which is your ID number. We have arrived, guys. Now you are going to subtract your name, which is those 4 digits. Your name is those 4 digits, as I've explained. Now, after subtracting your name, now remember, all these calculations we were doing, we were guided by your name or by your number up to the answer that you have now after subtracting your number. So then now, the calculations that one calculation that we're going to do now will determine whether your name or your number has the mark of the beast or not. So you have subtracted your name or your ID number, which is 4 digits if you are from my country. If you are from another country, if it's 5 digits, then you will deal with those 5 digits. And then now the answer that you have, you are going to multiply it by, you listen carefully now, you're going to multiply the answer that you have now by 4, 44 or 4.44. It's like 444, but it's a decimal number. So you'll multiply by this 4.44, and then you'll press equals to. If you have the mark of the beast, your answer will tell you. And if you don't have, your answer also will just give you a random number instead of giving you the mark of the beast. That's the revelation I wanted to share with you today. You test it. I will hear from you in the comments below. Thank you, and have a lovely Christmas night. See you next time. Bye bye, and God bless.